Hello, anyone? Is anyone out there yet? Duchesne?
In Cedar City, it's Melissa Wright and
Jody Heaps.
Thank you, thank you. Duke forgot to schedule it for 4:15. That's why we're not checking on until 4:30, so don't worry.
Okay. Thank you. Shut us off.
Thank you. I was getting nervous too because nobody was answering. Duchesne, are you on yet? Lauren? Rowdy? Rhonda? Kirsten? Maria? Oh, there's Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
I can't hear you. Your mic's not on. I can see your lips move.
Huh. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can now.
Oh, yeah, I was having trouble getting on. It wasn't letting me into the class.
I know. I called Duke, and Duke said he forgot to put 4:15. He put 4:30. I'm getting nervous too.
I kept refreshing and refreshing.
Me too. I was getting nervous. I just called Duke.
Yeah.
So we're okay.
Hey, Louise.
Yes, who else is on?
This is Maria. I'm the NAL coach at my school, and we just got off practice, so I'm heading home right now.
Okay, thank you, Maria. We'll wait for you. Be glad to have you when you get there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Brindy, are you there yet? How about Duchesne, Ginger, and Kate? Not yet. Rowdy? Kirsten?
I'm here.
Okay, thank you. Oh, there's Rhonda.
I'm here. I'm traveling home, so I will be kind of in and out of service for 30 minutes, and then I'll be in.
Well, don't speed.
No promises.
Okay, Rowdy. Lauren, are you back on yet? Lauren?
This is Lauren.
Okay. And Maria answered. Brindy, you there yet? Or Kirsten? Or Kate and Ginger?
Yeah, remember, Kirsten's here.
Okay, I'm glad. Thank you. And Duke forgot that we start at 4:15, or at least we check on at 4:15. So he didn't have the class opening till 4:30. That's what caused our little issue tonight. So
Yep.
Makes you worry, doesn't it? I called Duke and said, what's happening? What's happening? We're just waiting for Brindy and Ginger and Kate.
Hey, Louise, I have a question about the level 1 classes.
All righty, go ahead.
So the next one will start next week, correct?
Yes, it's called Children's Literature, Children and Adolescent Literature.
Yes, and then there's a break through December, and then they start again in January, correct?
Correct,
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was understanding that correctly. Thank you.
My literature class goes up until December the 15th. So they didn't want to start a class just 1 week before Christmas. So
Okay.
it ends December 15th, and then it starts up again in January with the third class.
Okay, just wanted to check. Thank you.
Welcome. Any other questions, concerns? We're waiting for Kate and Ginger in Duchesne. Maria's on her way home, and Rowdy's driving, and we're waiting for Brindy.
I had every intention of being home by this time, but I walked in my classroom after taking a few days off for vacation, and wow, is all I can say.
It was like starting over again in September, wasn't it?
Well, that with moving into a whole new classroom. Apparently, my substitute decided that she could move the furniture wherever she wanted, and
Oh,
totally took everything off my desk and put it in places I didn't know. It was
oh
a
no.
disaster, to say the least.
Well, here's one for you, Rowdy. My husband went to work yesterday, or about last week, last Wednesday, and he has it all organized, all his files, all his desk, all this stuff. And it was all dumped on the floor. And he thought, oh, great. And then at the end of the day, a brand new desk arrived, which he didn't want. It was huge. But before he complained, he thought, there's a new person in the office. I better check out who it was. Turn out it was the boss's wife. So then he didn't say a thing. He came home. He said, let them figure it out. I'll just go back next week.
I like that attitude. Let them figure it out.
So by now, it's all straightened up now, and he has a new desk, and everything's fine. But boy, was he upset when he saw the mess down there. All his files dumped in just on the floor. She wanted the desk.
I can relate.
Brindy, are you there yet? Or Kate and Ginger? Not yet, but we'll start. We'll go ahead and welcome everybody. Let's start with Rhonda. Rhonda, think about one positive, good thing that's happened since we met in class last time, with your life, or with your work, or with your research class. Everybody think of one good thing that's happened. Let's start out positive. Chris, are you there yet? Chris Labram? Chris hasn't hooked on yet either. I forgot about Chris hooking on. Let's start with Rhonda. Rhonda, could you tell us one positive thing that's happened since we met in class last time? Are you there, Rhonda? Your mic must not be on.
No, I am there. Now
Oh,
I'm
there
there.
you are. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't have anything to do really per se with classes or school or anything else like that. But I think the most positive thing that's happened is all the rain and the beautiful snow that we've had.
Yeah.
That just lifts your spirits and makes everything better.
Oh, I agree with you, because we have this big ranch, and all the the pond is almost empty. And yeah, we're really appreciating the rain, and maybe not the snow so much, but the rain we really appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Kirsten, what's positive in your life that's happened since we met?
No, I think I'm trying to narrow it down.
Oh, good.
I mean, I could really go to the negative, but I don't want to.
Yeah, we don't want to do that tonight. We all have that.
I've seen some really good growth in some of my students, and I have a couple of my girls on like behavior trackers with positive reinforcement, and they've been doing so good.
Oh, good. Good. Makes you feel good, doesn't it? Something's happening.
Yep.
Rowdy, can you hear us as you travel? What's good with you? Now that we've heard all the bad things, what's good with you?
Literally so much good. Probably the best. So my severe student that I talked about before, who still presents her lovely daily challenges, has come so far. So today, for example, I went to get my kids from lunch, and our principal is like the one who monitors them. And he was like, oh, you're 10 seconds late to get your kids, like as a joke, since I've been gone. And I was like, well, if you would have had them ready for me, I wouldn't have to be late. Anyway, because most of my kids were standing in their line. Well, I blew my whistle, and I said, you didn't even give the student with special needs, who sometimes getting her off the playground is super intense. And he's like, oh, I didn't even think. I blew the whistle. She stopped, she looked at me, and I said, come on, it's time to go inside. And she came running right over, gave me a big hug, got in her place in line, and literally today was like, knock on wood, because tomorrow it might be different, but it was the perfect day. Not one tantrum, not one spitting, kicking, hitting, like perfect day with her. And so we've come a long ways.
A long ways. I told you my little daughter's teaching in Germany right now at the embassy school, and she has 27 kids in 11 different languages. And the little girl that speaks French, who is really, really a handful, she's used to nannies. She's used to having everything done as she wants it. Daddy is billionaire and all this. She's just been a handful. She says, I don't know if I'm even going to go back to school. I just can't, that little girl just drives me crazy. Today she came up and she had learned 3 English words. And she looked at my daughter and said, I love you. Boy, that made her day. Okay,
it's the little things for sure.
It's those little things. It really is. Is Tiffany on class yet? Is Tiffany with us tonight? Tiffany doesn't really have to be in class. Tiffany has already taken this class before, remember. So she's just joining because she loves all of you so much. Brindy, are you there yet?
Hotspot isn't here, honey.
There's Brindy. There she is. We're talking about one good thing that's happened since we met in our last class. Has something good happened in your life? Miss Brindy? Can you hear me?
Sorry, my computer volume was down. I'm here.
Okay, good. We've been waiting for you. What we're talking about
I am so sorry.
Something good that's happened since we met in class last time. Has anything good happened in yours? Did you get to hear Rowdy's just now?
I didn't. Nope.
Well, Rowdy has a little girl that has some special needs and is a handful. But today she got right in line and did what she wanted and was positive. Had a good day. So chalk it up. What's happened in your life that's been good since we met last?
I got my literacy students to write 2 pages, full pages on a write-up on the book we read. It was the most I've gotten out of them the whole entire year. So that was exciting.
What book was it?
8 Keys is what we just finished.
Oh.
So it's a good book. They all loved it. And so they were to write a lot about it.
Wonderful. Jody, what's happened good in your life?
Mine's not professional, it's personal. My son,
okay.
He passed the bar exam and was sworn in yesterday as a real attorney. So I'm just really proud of him and thrilled for him.
Oh, good. I have a son and a daughter that are both attorneys. So I've been to those bar exams. Yeah, thank you. Yep. Where's he going to work now? Where's he hoping to work at?
He is working for a firm in Salt Lake.
Oh, good. Wonderful. That's a big accomplishment. Melissa, what's happened in your life?
As I think about what's most positive, I've seen an increase in attendance. I'm at a high school, and I was getting really concerned about some students, but through some parent conferencing and conferencing with them, I've seen an improvement in attendance, and it just is such a great thing when kids can come to school. We can do so much if they'll come. So, and in high school, that gets really hard to get them there sometimes. So, it's been a positive to see increase in attendance.
That's one
in
thing.
my classes.
That's one thing our high school is really working on. Their attendance is very sporadic, really sporadic, and you can't teach them if they're not there. Exactly right. Jennifer, are you there? What's good in your life? Jennifer Johnson.
Oh, sorry, there you go.
I can hear you.
So we had to do a presentation for 3 of the district people today, the chief academic officer, and anyway, these 3 big heads in the district, and it's over, so that's good. But it went well too, and I'm just happy it's over. So
good.
I get to start thinking about it.
Yeah. What was the presentation about?
How MTSS works in our building. They're going to all the schools, and you have to share your MTSS process and how kids move through the system and what you do. And
Uh-huh.
I think that ours is running, everything has its hiccups, but as smoothly, or we have the big pieces in place. So that was good.
Wonderful, wonderful. Kate and Ginger, are you on in Duchesne yet? Nope. Chris, are you on? Nope, not yet. Maria's probably not there yet. She said she was on her way.
I'm here. I'm
Oh,
parking.
good. Oh.
I can
What a
tell
life
you.
we lead.
So I am just so happy that I am caught up on grading as of today. So that's the good thing that has happened to me. I've been so behind on my college essays that I've been grading and junior high stuff that finally today I have caught up.
Hallelujah. Yeah, good things. We always want to start with a good thing. Comments or questions, anyone? Comments or questions? Let me put down that Maria's here then, but Kate isn't. Yes, somebody.
It's Jody. I just want to thank you for doing the picture books at the beginning of class. I started the school year at my first faculty meeting reading some of the books that you've presented in class, and my teachers love it, and I am going around to their classrooms and they're all using picture books in their classrooms to teach different lessons. That came from you, so I want to thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I also have a closet full of big books, the great big books, and I take those to superintendent's meeting, and they get such a chuckle out of them. I mean, they remembered that when they were little. We're going to start a literature class now. The people that are in level 1, they've only had foundations now. Brindy's in that one too, and so's Lauren, and so's Maria. But we're going to start literature now, and that's one of my favorite ones. So, okay, anybody else? Oh, Brindy, I got to mark Brindy here. We haven't heard from Ginger, Kate, or Chris. Chris has some things he wants to tell you tonight, so I can't imagine why Chris hasn't checked on yet, but I'll see what I can find out about her. Okay, comments, questions? Let's go to our modules and go to the agenda, please.
I just want to give a shout out to all of you who are in the classroom, boots on the ground. You're doing a fabulous job. It's hard work.
It is. Yep. Okay, 2 or 3 times ago, I put on some things for Melissa and just Jennifer, because the rest of you had been in classes that already had some of these handouts there. So if any of those handouts are there for you, let me see, I'm not even putting it on yet. How about if I put it on the screen so everybody can see it? I can see it. How come you guys can't see it? Crazy. These are just older handouts, but they're always there as a guide for you. I put them on because Melissa and Jennifer hadn't been in the rest of the classes with you. All right, let's go down to October. Today's October the 20th. Can you believe that? Wow. All right, October 20th, action research class, right there. Find that one there, please. Any questions, concerns, anything that we need to talk about? I wish Chris was on because we need to talk to Chris too, but SUU has said that the favorite part of our class was coming around to visit you, and they don't want us to do it this time. They are really afraid of spreading COVID. We went to every other person that's ever been in these classes. We've gone from St. George up to Logan and to Randolph. We've been all over the state, and it's a part that Chris and I like the very best. Is coming to your site and visiting you, but SUU says as of right now, we can't. So, how are we going to handle this? Put on your thinking caps. This is what I suggested. Should we do individual Zooming sometime in November? Should we take a Saturday and schedule 20 minutes for each of you and do it all in one day? Or should we do a schedule something like this, like November 1st, whenever you could, Monday, talk to Jody and Rowdy, like after school or whatever schedule works for you? So look at those times there. Think about it now. How are we going to do this if I don't get to come to you? I'm so upset that I don't get to because I want to. If COVID gets better, then we can do that. But right now they're saying we cannot come to visit you. So take a minute, put your thinking caps on, see if these days would work, or how should we do this? Should we do it all in one day and just talk to each of you personally? Or do it after school on these other days? Somebody give me an idea, suggestion, because I'm out of suggestions here, please.
Well, and Louise, this is Jennifer. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I was just going to say, and at our school, they're not letting anyone come into the classrooms anyway. So even if SUU had, I don't know that. Yeah, so it's like on both ends, right? You know, I don't know.
They're even canceling classes right on their campus and asking people to, I keep getting notes all the time, please don't come to class. So would it be better to take a Saturday in November? It can be any time in November, and talk to some of you and for a half hour, or would you rather have the schedule like I put up there? What do you think? Would that work? What do you think?
This is Kirsten. The second works just fine for me.
After school or what?
Yep.
Like what kind?
Well, if you wanted to see it in action, I could schedule a time during the day when I'm working with some small groups, or after school, just as a conference.
What were you going to say, Brindy?
I said I'd prefer after school. Saturdays are sacred to me.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I don't want to bother that. Yeah. But I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do this. Go ahead,
This is Jody. The first is perfect. After school, 3:30, or any time that's convenient for you. I'm good.
I'm free.
I have a prep hour every day, so like I could do it during that time too.
And Kirsten, what about you? What did you say? What would be good for you?
That day is perfect after school.
What time was that after school for you? Because everybody's different times.
Oh, sorry. Probably 3:45.
Rhonda, could you do sometime on that Tuesday, November 2nd after Kirsten's or not, Rhonda? Your mic must not be on, Rhonda. I can't hear you.
Yeah, that would be fine.
What time would work for you?
We are Kirsten's.
Kirsten said 3:45. What time would work for you?
I could do it either before or after.
Yep, just go ahead. Set the time that's best for you.
Like 3:15.
Okay. That would be
that
perfect.
be okay?
That would be perfect for me. Rowdy, you can't hear us yet, I don't think. Jennifer
I
and Melissa.
I can hear you.
Well, I'll wait till you get back to school, or we're looking at maybe November the 1st.
I'm going to be the super difficult one. Mondays are literally, excuse my word, like hell. I don't stop going until 10 o'clock at night.
I could switch him for the 1st and he could do the 9th. This is Brindy.
Would that work on the 9th, a Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesdays are fine. Literally, I just have everything on Mondays, from faculty meeting to practices, so Tuesday's fine.
And Tuesdays are busy for me, so I'll take that Monday the 1st.
Okay, at what time would that be, Brindy?
I can do it. Let's see, will I have recess or school duties? I can do it like right after school at 3, or I could do it at 1:20. It just doesn't matter.
3 is probably better because Chris is in school too. Chris is in school.
Okay, 3, yeah. Probably, okay, 3 will be fine.
What about Jody? 3:30 then. Okay, that would be perfect. What about Jennifer and Melissa?
That day works for me.
What time?
3 o'clock is great.
Okay. Jennifer, what would work for you? Anything on that day or not?
Yeah, the 4th is fine. I can go right after Melissa. How long are you going to talk to each person?
About a half an hour, something like that.
Okay, so then I'll do 3:30 on the 4th.
3:30. Thank you.
Sure.
We don't know about Ginger, and we don't know. Maria, you're not on yet, are you, Maria?
I'm here.
Kate's here.
Kate. What about you, Maria, on the 9th?
So I'm going to be more difficult than Rowdy. I have NAL practice every day and then Boys and Girls Club every day after that, so I don't get home until 6 every weekday.
Okay.
So if
What
you're up
works for
for
you
it,
then?
I can do after 6 or Saturdays work great for me.
Okay. I'll talk to Chris and see what her Saturdays are like, and I'll get back with you. And there's
Sounds
Kate.
good.
Welcome, Kate. We've been waiting for you. How are you?
I'm good. I got my mom home from the hospital and I'm talking to you from Colorado. So
Oh, is your mom okay?
yeah, she had a total knee replacement. So it's been a rough week.
What we're looking at, we said that SUU won't let us visit. And
You
so
know,
we,
I've been here for long enough to hear that.
oh,
I
what
think
works for you?
so. Our Monday is our PLC time, and we could talk to you like maybe 4:15, or we could go a different day if that's better for you.
4:15's fine with me for you two. Just fine with you. Fine with me.
Okay, so we'll plan for 4:15 then.
Lauren, what about you? Does the 8th work for you, Lauren, or not?
Yes, the eighth works for me at like 3:35. Would that work?
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah.
And I'll
Go ahead.
I'll try and be at school that day so I can show you what I've been doing. But our school is 3 cases away from being shut down, so I don't know what that means. So
Exactly. Yeah.
we just have to play it by ear.
All we need to do is to have enough hours. We just need to talk to you just to see what we can do to help you, how it's coming. It's not a big deal. It's just kind of a report that I've gotten this done now and I don't have this, and I'm working on that. Then our very last class is December the 15th. And then on that night, we report. It doesn't mean you have to be through with your work. It just means you're telling us what progress you're up to at that point. Okay, everybody, that makes sense to everybody?
Louise, can I ask a
Wonderful.
question? This is
Yes,
Jennifer.
go right ahead.
I apologize if I missed it, but are you going to then, will a link just come from you? Will it be posted on our in our class, SUU? What should we look for?
You asked such hard questions.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
I'm just working on schedule.
Oh,
It's
that's
Chris's
so funny.
job.
Okay, get back to me. No worries. I just didn't want to mess it up.
Chris
That's
is the
all.
expert on Zooming, and I have to clear it through Duke. So
No.
I don't know yet. I don't know the answer, Jennifer. I'd tell you.
No
but
worries. Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't know where Chris is. I can't figure out why she's not on, because she had a whole bunch of training she wanted us to do. Okay, please go down the modulars. Go to modulars, please, over here on the side and let's close out that one and go down to our class tonight. Some of these, of course, some of these handouts are a review, but since this is new to some of you and not new to some of you, we just need to go over them just so that you be sure you have a guide. Number 1 here, if you would click on number 1, is some guidelines. This is what you would do if you were doing a professional research project. So we need to follow these guidelines. Tell me if you're having trouble finding it. Anybody having trouble finding it? Jennifer looks like she's having trouble finding it. Your eyes are your brows.
Where am I finding it? It's under files. Is that right, Louise?
Yeah, under the modulars. Class
Okay.
October 20th.
Okay, I'll find it.
For now, yes.
Oh, there's Ginger. There's Ginger. Are you with Kate, Ginger?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Glad to see you.
Sorry, play practice just got out, and I had every intention of leaving early and getting on, but it didn't happen.
I know. Life happens. What we've been doing, Ginger, is just talking about meeting in November. SUU says we can't visit, and so instead of having it visit, we're going to have to Zoom it or do something like that. So Chris is going to help us because Chris is the Zoom expert, and Kate set you up for